Good day, good morning, good evening. This is a documentary of before our project's completed. This walkthrough on the type of work we're gonna be doing. All this right here is gonna be pressure cleaned. The pillar's gonna be pressure cleaned. The sidewalk's gonna be pressure cleaned. All up here. From this end going this way. It's gonna be pressure cleaned. All right here, is gonna be pressure cleaned. I'm gonna take all this off. Do these sidewalks. Sidewalks gonna be pressure cleaned. These cracks, we're gonna patch these cracks. They're gonna get patched up. As you can see, we got these little miscreants, but pressure clean them out. Excuse me. This crack along this wall, all that's gonna get pressure clean. This whole sidewalk all the way up, it's gonna get pressure clean. These cracks here, the windows, all that's gonna get pressure clean. Knock all this out. Okay. It's right here. The doors. Space right here. That's gonna get knocked out. All this right here, up in here. That's gotta get cleaned. Coming down. On here, all these little tiny these bugs. I don't know what they are, but they gotta vacate. This is gonna be their eviction notice. It's gonna get pressure cleaned. All right here, we're gonna have to mask these areas. We come by with the paint after we pressure clean. We're gonna mask these areas so we don't get no paint on these conduits. All this electrical box, we're gonna have to protect that. This right here is gonna get pressure clean. Sprinkler system, that's for the pump. I don't know if we can do like here. Around, walk through. All this gonna get pressure cleaned. These little deviants, you can take them out. Let's go get pressure clean. Pressure clean. All right, here's gonna get pressure clean. Clean this area. We probably have to be put the caulking on the window to waterproof it. After we pressure clean it, we're gonna have to waterproof it and seal any cracks that we see. We're gonna seal that before we paint it. You know, anything we see that's prone to leakage, gonna have to be addressed. We have some wall patches to get these cracks, these little small cracks. We're gonna patch that up. Okay. You know, little patches like this, little imperfection is gonna get addressed. That's about it. Okay, this is post pressure washing for the client. This was look like after the pressure wash. These columns, these pillars. Now we can clearly see the imperfections in the pillars. Probably have to get a cement specialist to make the necessary resurfacing of these pillars for the repair for the client. So far, this is how it looks. It's pretty clean. You see the areas that we need to address as concerning any cracks, any seals. But it looks very, very nice after the pressure cleaning. This area, this one side, we did this whole sidewalk. Well, actually, my uncle did the sidewalks. We took out those bugs that was attached, those little tiny bugs. They were attached, so we went all throughout this whole like gutter area and the walls to get those little critters. So we get a nice, good finished surface. As I pointed out before, these cracks will be addressed. They'll be covered up, probably with some wall patch or some type of combination with stucco application. But you see the floors, the sidewalk actually, the windows are done. Looks pretty good from the way it looked before. I don't know what kind of paint they used, but they didn't use latex paint because the paint not supposed to be coming off like this. So we have to address that issue. Probably just gonna finish taking these off and probably put some wall patch. But this right here, this can't stay like this. This is not acceptable. That need to come off. Looked like a primer wasn't used when this application paint was put. They forgot to use primer, or they chose not to use primer. Well, we're almost done. We just have 2 more sides of the building to complete, and that complete our pre-wash inspection walkthrough. All right, this a pre-recording. How it looks. This is a before video. After we're done with this, I'm gonna shoot it after. So this is the before. How it looks before. 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 Right here too, before. I'm gonna do this right here. Before was a huge hole right here. We're gonna fill that in, knock that out. I don't know what the hell it is, but we're gonna fix that. Okay, these are the front windows. Right now the caulking is done. We had some minor blemishes and repairs that need to be done as far as sealing the cracks and discrepancies. So right now this window right here is ready to paint. So we're just gonna, we'll put some Kill right here to cover the cover the stains. And right now this right here is ready to paint. We did a caulking on the front door. We had to remove the old sealing and reseal it with some new caulking, waterproof it. Just ready to paint. It's also ready to paint as well. We had to put a little bit of cement, concrete. They had a little cracks there, so we had to seal it. Put the caulking, seal the cracks. We're probably gonna have to come back and redo this right here, just to be on the safe side. Seal that up. We attempted to patch this, but the rain unfortunately got to it before it can cure. So until further notice, as regard to the forecast, we're gonna leave this alone because we don't want to waste material and trying to fill this up again. Then the rain comes by and move our work. So we're gonna watch the weather schedule, the weather forecast, see if we have a good 2 or 3 days of no rain, then we can attack that issue. But that's gonna be next week. We don't work on a weekend, so we'll see what tomorrow weekend brings us. As stated before, this is the after. Remember the cracks that we had here? So right now we just addressed it, and this is a document of the crack being addressed. It was a long wall crack, hairline crack. So we patched it up with some wall patch. Went all down the line. There's some here, you can still see some of it. But once we paint it, we add some Kill to kill that so it won't bleed through the paint. So we just wanted to seal that crack. Make sure it's not visible. Same thing over here. Seal that. Well, we got more to go. We got this right here. Seal that. little areas that need to be addressed. Take care of it. Right here along the walls, you had to take out the old caulking because the caulking was old, so we had to take that out, remove it, and put fresh caulking on there. When we come back to do the cutting for the paint, we need to have a good clean surface to paint on. Dress here too. Yeah, it has cement, so we had to fill in cement, level it out. Get that prime for painting. That way we can just roll. Once we're done the cutting, we can roll. We're not gonna worry about too much on this one. But what we're gonna do is see if we can get some type of gravel along this area here, about a foot from the wall, so 12 inches from the wall. That's the case when next time it rains, the rain hit the ground and it splattered the dirt onto the wall, so we can't roll on that with a dirt like that. So we're gonna have to do a rinse before we start rolling to get all that loose dirt off of there. Now the dirt is loose, but we can't roll on the dirt. So the client said they're gonna have someone to, basically cover this dirt with some rock or some gravel so it won't, splash up when it rains. Cause they don't have gutters. So that's the only option to fix that issue. Because once we start painting and it rains again, it's gonna have the same problem. This panel right here, we're not worried about that right now. We just, because of the rain, we attempt to patch it, but the rain took it off. So we're gonna wait till we have some good weather. What is at least 3 days with no rain, so it give time to cure. That way we can come behind it and smooth it out and make that disappear. Right, latest update on the windows. This window here, they had an issue with the cracking. So what we did, we had to take it off and reapply the cement so we can even it out, because it was like air pockets in here. So we had to take it off. Then we're gonna have to reapply some cement to correct that imperfection. That's just for this window. We also have for this one as well, same issue. When you tapped on it, it was like it wasn't filled completely. So what we did, we removed the old one. Then we're going to fill in those gaps so it won't have that that foundation. Where water can come in and disrupt the whole foundation. So we're going to seal that up, and we'll see how it goes. We'll come back afterwards. All right. That's the outside patch update. See if I can get a focus. Okay, I got a focus. Yeah, can wait for this to dry. Yeah, we're probably gonna put some kill to cover up, as much as we can before we paint over this. So right now, we lay the patch down for the window, waiting for it to cure. Then we can prime it, prime it, then paint over it. This one, same thing. Still a little soft, so we want to wait for it to cure. The sun is out, so it shouldn't take so much time. Hopefully it'll cure before it rains. That way we can go ahead with the primer with the kill. This right here, we're gonna hit it with this here. Then come back with it with the paint. Okay, just final inspection for the bathroom. Bathroom's finished painting. Okay, finish the bathroom. Finish painting. Okay, bathroom looks nice. We ain't did this wall yet. This is not yet, cause this is gonna be a different paint. But we got most of the bathroom is done. I'm gonna go back and wipe these down because I see there's some dust in this area, so I'm gonna go up top and wipe these down. Just to make it look good. Gotta come back, clean up the mess, this area probably need a vacuum. I don't know. I got a vacuum this area up. I'm gonna just wipe it down. You know, we did this area. This wall is finished painting. When we come back, we're gonna do the doors, the trim for the doors, for the semi-gloss. We're working all the way down to the baseboard. Cause we know the baseboard's gonna be right here, so we didn't bother, you know, painting that area. But, you know, the painting on this side is done. As well for the painting on this side. You know, for to come back and take off our masking tape so we don't damage the fire dashboard and the alarm. We need to cover that so the paint dust doesn't mess with the sensors in that area. So we did this done. We did the inside, then we come back to the outside. Finish the baseboard. Gotta come back and wipe this down if need be. We can wipe it down. We did this area here, area there. All this right here is done. I went up to the ceiling. This area is done. Inside this area is done. Okay. Now we're going on to this side. This time here, I haven't finished here yet. But we finished the walls here. They were concerned about this area right here, so I'm gonna come back and do this area around, make sure this area's been hit, so everything looks uniform. This fur coat, it looks nice. There we go, the baseboard. And we did this side as well. Hit this side. This side is done as well. I'm just gonna come back and, you know, clean this off. Make sure it's clean. Clean this area up. You know, get all our mess. Clean that up. Make sure it looks clean. You know, it's not good to leave a place dirty, but make sure we did this. We did this right here. This wall is painted. Now we're gonna clean this out. So the 2 bathroom and the entrance is done. Okay, that'll be it.